When I first met Judy, she was on our board of directors. Judy just struck me as someone who just truly cared about the kids and wanted to do good things. And she was on that board because she wanted to make a difference.
Judy and I work together on the residential campus, providing services to youth. Judy has always demonstrated a passion for helping TVN clients achieve a brighter future.
I had multiple jobs while I was here, and certain times of the year they would be doing some restructuring, and they would say, well, now what are we going to do with Judy? I was a part-time worker, and obviously they must have valued me, but it wasn't always clear if a program changed or someone was leaving what role I was going to play. So there was a lot of variety in it, and as I like to say, I had 7 different offices in 15 years.
After Judy retired, she became involved as a board member, as a trustee, and a corporation member. Judy continues to serve TVN through the program and PCQI committee. Judy always wants to understand and doesn't hesitate to ask questions and keep the focus on providing great service to our clients.
Just the inquisitiveness that she brings to meetings. She serves on a lot of committees, and she may sit in the meeting and something comes up, and if she doesn't know, she will just ask. And the rest of us might sit there and go, I'm not going to ask that question, but she does not hesitate. And she brings a lot. She has a lot of knowledge of the industry and just brings that to the table.
When I became a board member after 6 years after I retired, though I still recalled what it was like to be an employee here, and so I brought that kind of viewpoint to the group. I have a history of being on other boards, so that wasn't strange to me. But it was interesting to see how decisions were made and who the players were when they're making choices.
Having advocates like Judy and her husband John out in the community, it's invaluable because they go out, they want to help people, and they take the time to make the connections, to put people in the right spots where they're going to better their lives. And it's just so important to have people like her at our events, like Sweet Jube, on our committees like the program committee, where they're making connections and they're advocating in the community for individuals that may not have that voice. And I think when you look at the Village Network and where it is today, without Judy as a staff member and a board member and now a committee member, we definitely wouldn't be where we are right now.
About the same time I started working at Boys Village, I joined Orville Poetry Club. I had never written any poems before until I was 47 years old. One of the poems I wrote about Boys Village, I don't think I wrote very many, was after I'd been here a short period of time, and so I made an impression of what the experience is for a youth. So I wrote this poem called Success Story. He had arrived in shackles, wide hair and defiant. 1 year later he left, smiling in his parents' van, festooned with balloons, pink with possibility. Being inducted into the Village Network Hall of Fame is very humbling. Can I say, I'm almost embarrassed to say I'm not that important, but I've enjoyed being involved. Hopefully I've made some difference.